Marcus Anderson, a name that used to float quietly behind the scenes, until now, because according to online chatter, the man who helped Meghan Markle take her biggest step into global fame might be the same man whose silence is starting to crack. Let's start where all these whispers started gaining momentum. The Invictus Games. When viewers rewatched footage from that event, they noticed something strange. Meghan sitting confidently, smiling, glowing. And right beside her, Marcus. Calm, controlled, and unusually close. But what really caught attention wasn't the seating arrangement. It was Prince Harry's expression. Fans online said he looked drained, distant, almost like he was carrying something heavy. Some described it as a man replaying events in his head. Others said it felt like he was trying to disappear into the background. It could be anything, of course. Stress, fatigue, pressure. But that moment ignited a wave of speculation. Why was Marcus suddenly everywhere again? And why now? Because for years, Marcus was the ghost of Meghan's past. The quiet friend, the discreet connector, the figure who never spoke publicly, never explained his role, and never let the world see more than a polite smile. But suddenly, online communities began claiming that insiders within Marcus's old Soho house circle were whispering that he was done being silent. Not dropping hints, not vague references, but allegedly preparing to reveal details, whatever that means, about Meghan's past connections, past relationships, and past strategies during the years she spent moving through the Soho house world. And that's where this story really begins. For people who don't know the history, Marcus wasn't just a casual acquaintance. He was the global membership director of Soho House, one of the most exclusive social networks on the planet, a place where actors, billionaires, producers, artists, and major influencers casually mixed over cocktails and late-night dinners. Access wasn't random. It was curated, controlled, approved. And according to royal reporters and publicly available interviews, when Harry asked to meet Meghan privately back in 2016, he didn't reach out to her directly. He went to Marcus. Marcus arranged the private room. Marcus arranged the intimate setup. Marcus decided who was present. He was the gatekeeper. And that's why recent online chatter has exploded with one haunting question. If Marcus arranged that introduction, what else did he arrange? Because Meghan wasn't just a visitor at Soho House. According to old blog posts, photos, and stories she willingly shared on the TIG, she lived in that world, constantly attending events, dinners, parties, yacht trips, weekend escapes, experiences far beyond the budget of a cable TV actress. Nothing wrong with that. People network. People socialize. That's what ambitious, creative professionals do. But the speculation online isn't about the events themselves. It's about what, allegedly, was happening behind them. Some gossip circles claim Marcus kept detailed logs, something many private clubs do, records of meetings, connections, introductions, and who benefited from what. And that's where the whispers about a so-called list began. Not a scandalous list naming anything illegal, just a list of wealthy individuals, businessmen, producers, and high-profile personalities Meghan allegedly networked with during her Toronto years. Again, unverified, purely rumor. But rumors tend to swirl for one reason: timing. Because right now, online communities are asking the same question. Why would Marcus suddenly step forward after nearly a decade of silence? Several theories have emerged across tabloids and discussion forums. The first is surprisingly emotional. Many say Marcus feels erased, not mentioned in Meghan's interviews, not included in her documentaries, not credited in her public narrative. In some family photos, online commentators point out that his face is covered by emojis. Small details, but details people notice. The second theory is more practical. With Soho House expanding globally and facing immense scrutiny in recent years, insiders might be pressured to be more transparent. When luxury clubs attract headlines, people dig. And sometimes, the people closest to old operations feel the tension. But the third reason is the one fueling the wildfire. People think Marcus is simply tired of being the silent backbone of a story he isn't part of anymore. The man who allegedly helped build the network, the brand, the connections, now watching from the sidelines as the narrative changes without him. And according to certain tabloids, he might be holding receipts, communications, notes, photos, the kinds of things that clarify timelines, relationships, and motivations. And that's where Prince Harry enters the rumor storm. Reports, unverified of course, suggest Harry has been unusually quiet in recent months, more withdrawn, more reflective. Some sources even claim he's been spending long evenings alone, revisiting old messages and photos, trying to understand what was real and what was crafted. Because if these rumors reached him, it would hit hard. Harry always believed he met Meghan through fate, a mutual friend, a lucky introduction, a natural spark. The classic modern fairy tale. The hardworking actress meets the charming prince in a story neither of them saw coming. But the rumor that their meeting was part of a larger network, a long-running chain of introductions, and a social circle where strategy mattered almost more than romance. That's the part online communities say he can't process. Of course, none of this is proven. It's speculation born from public behavior, timeline comparisons, and whispers from people claiming to know someone who knows someone. Still, the emotional picture people paint of Harry is striking. A man reevaluating everything. A man feeling blindsided. A man struggling to reconcile his version of events with the version being whispered today. But is this really about Meghan? Partly. But the deeper target of these rumors seems to be Soho House itself. Online discussions paint it as more than a private club, more like a social machine, connecting ambitious young creatives with powerful individuals who could open doors. A place where every handshake had potential. A place where every introduction came at the right time for the right person. Some claim Meghan excelled in that environment, that she had charisma, charm, intelligence, and ambition that made her stand out, that she could network upward while still connecting meaningfully with people at her own level, that she made people feel seen, heard, and valued. Nothing illegal, nothing scandalous, just effective social navigation in a world built on relationships. But the rumor that Markus may reveal details of how that world worked, that's where the tension rises. Because the more people speculate, the more they imagine that Meghan's rise wasn't accidental, but intentional. And intentionality makes people uncomfortable, because intentionality makes success look planned instead of fate. And everyone loves a fairy tale more than a blueprint. And now comes the loudest whisper of all. The rumor that Harry and Meghan's marriage is under pressure. Certain tabloids claim Harry feels hurt. Others say Meghan feels cornered. Some say they're fine and the rumors are fabricated for clicks. No one knows the truth. But the one theme echoing across gossip sites is this. If Markus talks, the story changes. Not because he exposes anything scandalous, but because he might reveal motivations, timelines, and strategies that make the fairy tale less magical. Maybe he never speaks. Maybe this is all exaggerated. Maybe these whispers fade like every other rumor before them. But maybe, just maybe, this is the first quiet crack in a story built on curated images and carefully chosen words. Because every fairy tale has a hidden chapter. Every dream has a shadow. And sometimes the person who helped you build your world is the same person who can reveal what that world was really made of. So now the world waits, not for proof, not for documents, not for some dramatic confession, but for the truth behind the whispers, whatever that truth may be. Until then, the rumors grow louder, the speculation spreads wider, and the mystery of Markus Anderson only deepens. And one thing is certain, everyone is watching to see which story finally becomes the story.